Hey everyone, welcome to Bible Every Morning. My name is Tracey Smiley, and I'm so glad you're here with me today to do another Bible reading. Today we are doing Zechariah 9 to 13. And if you're not familiar with this format, I am going to read the Bible aloud to you. And I'm hoping that, anyone who is seeking or, seeking the Lord or is new to being a Christian, or you just want to find out more about the Bible, follows along with me. I'm reading from the New International Version from a physical Bible I've had for about 20 years. And it's just really awesome because I am completing a 365-day Bible challenge where I'm going to do this every day, every morning, and I'm going to try to upload as quickly as I can. Even though I read the Bible in the morning, sometimes my day gets super busy and I'm not able to sit down on my computer and upload until a little bit later. So today is one of those days. Just had a lot going on. We've got kids in sports. So I have 3 boys who are playing flag football this year, and 2 of them had games this morning. So it was really fun and just a lot. My husband coaches all their games and all their teams, so it's been really cool just watching him. He's an amazing coach, and kids love it. And they have been doing really well this season, but one of the games they did lose, so it was a little bit sad. It was the first loss of the season. I was just reflecting yesterday because yesterday was October 10th, and it was the 1-month anniversary of when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And I just remember last night when my husband was putting the kids to bed, we were just hanging out with them, and we always pray together at night before they go to bed. And I just was looking at my husband and just feeling so grateful for him, and just what a wonderful person he is, and such a great father, and truly my best friend. Like, I have the best husband in the world. And I just thought about Charlie Kirk and his wife. And I just felt so, so sad for Erica that she will never know what it's like to have her husband pray with her kids, to put them to bed at night, to get to know them, to coach them in their sports, to teach them things. It just made me so, so sad, and it kind of broke my heart. And it just made me so grateful for my husband, who is just one of the best people that I know. And so, if you, are married, if you have a significant other, like, I don't even know what to say, like, cherish them, just appreciate them, because, it's not guaranteed that they'll be here forever. And I continue to pray for Erica Kirk and her kids, because it's such a sad situation. And I know, even though as Christians we don't have to mourn like the world does, because we know that we're going to be reunited with our significant others and our loved ones when we get to heaven, it's still just such a sad, thing every day to miss someone that you love that much. So I hope you guys can lift them up in prayer as well. And, if you have any prayer requests, put them in the comments and I will pray for you. And I'm sure more people in this community will pray for you. And also, if you are, joining me from somewhere else in the world, write down where you're coming from. I'm in North Dallas-Fort Worth in Texas. And I am just so grateful to be able to do this. And be able to share the gospel with my baby girl, who I'm carrying right now. I'm 29 weeks pregnant, and very soon this little girl will be in the world, and she will know the Bible from the womb. So let's go ahead and get started on Zechariah chapter 9. All right. Judgment on Israel's enemies. An oracle. The word of the Lord is against the land of Hadrach, and will rest upon Damascus. For the eyes of men and all the tribes of Israel are on the Lord, and upon Hamath too, which borders on it, and upon Tyre and Sidon, though they are very skillful. Tyre has built herself a stronghold. She has heaped up silver like dust and gold like the dirt of the streets. But the Lord will take away her possessions and destroy her power on the sea, and she will be consumed by fire. Ashkelon will see it and fear. Gaza will wreathe in agony, and Ekron too, for her hope will wither. Gaza will lose her king, and Ashkelon will be deserted. Foreigners will occupy Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. I will take the blood from their mouths, the forbidden food from between their teeth. Those who are left will belong to our God and become leaders in Judah. And Ekron will be like the Jebusites. But I will defend my house against marauding forces. Never again will an oppressor overrun my people. For now I am keeping watch. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, daughter of Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and having salvation, gentle and riding on a donkey, on a colt, a foal of a donkey. I will take away the chariots from Ephraim and the war horses from Jerusalem. And the battle bow will be broken. He will proclaim peace to the nations. His rule will extend from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth. For as for you, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will free your prisoners from the waterless pit. Return to your fortress, O prisoners of hope. Even now I announce that I will restore twice as much to you. I will bend Judah as I bend my bow and fill it with Ephraim. I will rouse your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece, and make you like a warrior's sword. Then the Lord will appear over them. His arrow will flash like lightning. The sovereign Lord will sound the trumpet. He will march in the storms of the south, and the Lord Almighty will shield them. They will destroy and overcome with sling stones. They will drink and roar as with wine. They will be full like a bowl, used for sprinkling the corners of the altar. The Lord their God will save them on that day. As the flock of his people, they will sparkle on the land like jewels in a crown. How attractive and beautiful they will be. Grain will make the young men thrive, and the new wine the young woman. Zechariah chapter 10. The Lord will care for Judah. Ask the Lord for rain in the springtime. It is the Lord who makes the storm clouds. He gives showers of rain to men and plants of the field to everyone. The idols speak deceit. Diviners see visions that lie. They tell dreams that are false. They give comfort in vain. Therefore the people wander like sheep, oppressed for lack of a shepherd. My anger burns against the shepherds, and I will punish the leaders. For the Lord Almighty will care for his flock, the house of Judah, and make them like a proud horse in battle. From Judah will come the cornerstone, from him the tent peg, from him the battle bow, from him every ruler. Together they will be like mighty men trampling the muddy streets in battle. Because the Lord is with them, they will fight and overthrow the horsemen. I will strengthen the house of Judah and save the house of Joseph. I will restore them because I have compassion on them. They will be as though I had not rejected them. For I am the Lord their God, and I will answer them. The Ephraimites will become like mighty men, and their hearts will be glad as with wine. Their children will see it and be joyful. Their hearts will rejoice in the Lord. I will signal for them and gather them in. Surely I will redeem them. They will be as numerous as before. Though I scatter them among the peoples, yet in distant lands they will remember me. They and their children will survive, and they will return. I will bring them back from Egypt and gather them from Assyria. I will bring them to Gilead and Lebanon, and there will not be room enough for them. They will pass through the sea of trouble. The surging sea will be subdued, and all the depths of the Nile will dry up. Assyria's pride will be brought down, and Egypt's scepter will pass away. I will strengthen them in the Lord, and in his name they will walk, declares the Lord. Zechariah chapter 11. Open your doors, O Lebanon, so that fire may devour your cedars. Wail, O pine tree, for the cedar has fallen. The stately trees are ruined. Wail, oaks of Bashan. The dense forest has been cut down. Listen to the wail of the shepherds. Their rich pastures are destroyed. Listen to the roar of the lions. The lush thicket of the Jordan is ruined. This is what the Lord my God says. Pasture the flock marked for slaughter. Their buyers slaughter them and go unpunished. Those who sell them say, "Praise the Lord, I am rich." Their own shepherds do not spare them, for I will no longer have pity on the people of the land, declares the Lord. I'll hand everyone over to his neighbor and his king. They will oppress the land, and I will rescue them from their hands. So I pastured the flock marked for slaughter, particularly the oppressed of the flock. Then I took 2 staffs and called one favor and the other union, and I pastured the flock. In 1 month, I got rid of the 3 shepherds. The flock detested me, and I grew weary of them, and said, "I will not be your shepherd. Let the dying die, and the perishing perish. Let those who are left eat one another's flesh." Then I took my staff called favor and broke it, provoking the covenant I had made with all the nations. It was provoked on that day, and so the afflicted of the flock who are watching me knew it was the word of the Lord. I told them, "If you think it best, give me my pay, but if not, keep it." So they paid me 30 pieces of silver. And the Lord said to me, "Throw it to the potter, the handsome price at which they priced me." So I took the 30 pieces of silver and threw them into the house of the Lord to the potter. Then I broke my second staff called union, breaking the brotherhood between Judah and Israel. Then the Lord said to me, "Take again the equipment of the foolish shepherd, for I am going to raise up a shepherd over the land who will not care for the lost or seek the young or heal the injured or feed." Oops, sorry guys. I have a walkie-talkie that I have with my family, my extended family, and it just went off. I forgot to turn it off. So let me go back to the Bible reading. Okay, so I'm going to go back to verse 14. Then I broke my second staff called union, breaking the brotherhood between Judah and Israel. Then the Lord said to me, "Take again the equipment of the foolish shepherd, for I am going to raise up a shepherd over the land who will not care for the lost or seek the young or heal the injured or feed the healthy, but will eat the meat of the choice sheep, tearing off their hooves. Woe to the worthless shepherd who deserts the flock. May the sword strike his arm and his right hand. May his arm be completely withered, his right eye totally blinded." Zechariah chapter 12, an oracle. This is the word of the Lord concerning Israel, the Lord who stretches out the heavens, who lays the foundation of the earth, and who forms the spirit of man within him, declares, "I am going to make Jerusalem a cup that sends all the surrounding peoples reeling. Judah will be besieged as well as Jerusalem. On that day when all the nations of the earth are gathered against her, I will make Jerusalem an immovable rock for all the nations. All who try to move it will injure themselves. On that day I will strike every horse with panic and its rider with madness, declares the Lord. I will keep a watchful eye over the house of Judah, but I will blind all the horses of the nations. Then the leaders of Judah will say in their hearts, 'The people of Jerusalem are strong because the Lord Almighty is their God.' On that day, I will make the leaders of Judah like a fire pot in a woodpile, like a flaming torch among the sheaves. They will consume right and left all the surrounding peoples, but Jerusalem will remain intact in her place. The Lord will save the dwellings of Judah first, so that the honor of the house of David and of Jerusalem's inhabitants may not be greater than that of Judah. On that day, the Lord will shield those who live in Jerusalem, so that the feeblest among them will be like David, and the house of David will be like God, like the angel of the Lord going before them. On that day, I will set out to destroy all the nations that attack Jerusalem. And I will pour out the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of grace and supplication. They will look on me, the one they have pierced. They will mourn for him as one mourns for an only child, and grieve bitterly for him as one grieves for a firstborn son. On that day, the weeping in Jerusalem will be great, like the weeping of Hadad Rimmon in the plain of Megiddo. The land will mourn, each clan by itself, and their wives by themselves. The clan of the house of David and their wives, the clan of the house of Nathan and their wives, the clan of the house of Levi and their wives, the clan of Shimei and their wives, and all the rest of the clan and their wives. Zechariah chapter 13. On that day, a fountain will be opened to the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to cleanse them from sin and impurity. On that day, I will banish the names of the idols from the land, and they will be remembered no more, declares the Lord Almighty. I will remove both the prophets and the spirit of impurity from the land. And if anyone still prophesies, his father and mother, to whom he was born, will say to him, "You must die. Because you have told lies in the Lord's name." When he prophesies, his own parents will stab him. On that day, every prophet will be ashamed of his prophetic vision. He will not put on a prophet's garment of hair in order to deceive. He will say, "I am not a prophet, I am a farmer. The land has been my livelihood since my youth." If someone asks him, "What are these wounds on my body?" he will answer, "The wounds I was given at the house of my friends." Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, against the man who is close to me, declares the Lord Almighty. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered, and I will turn my hand against the little ones. In the whole land, declares the Lord, 2/3 will be struck down and perish, yet 1/3 will be left in it. This third I will bring into the fire. I will refine them like silver and test them like gold. They will call on my name, and I will answer them. I will say, "They are my people," and they will say, "The Lord is our God." So that is Zechariah chapter 9 to 13. And tomorrow we're going to be doing Zechariah chapter 14, which will completely end Zechariah. And then we will also do Malachi chapter 1 to 3. And the cool part about that is the next day we have Malachi chapter 4, and we'll be completely done with the Old Testament, and then we'll start on the New Testament, which begins with Matthew. And it will be Matthew chapter 1 to 3. So thank you, everyone, for reading alongside the Bible with me, and I will be back tomorrow to do the next reading.